Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. Today we are looking at a truly fascinating shift in technology. We're going to talk about rethinking the single most important piece of software on the planet, the web browser. For 30 years now, it's been our window to the internet, right? But the core foundation beneath it hasn't actually changed. So today, we're exploring how a company called Linkspreed is aiming to completely flip that script.
Here's our roadmap for the journey today. We'll start by looking at the problem with current browsers, then we'll meet the bridge browser. From there, we'll see exactly how LNS changes everything, look at rolling out Bridge Lite, dive into the WINX hardware vision, and finally wrap up by solving the last mile of decentralization.
All right, so part 1, the problem with browsers and rethinking a 30-year-old tool.
Now, you might be wondering, over the last 3 decades, browsers have definitely evolved, right? Tabs got way faster, search engines got brilliant, and syncing everything across your devices, totally seamless. Which kind of begs the obvious question, why bother building a completely new browser from scratch? We already have these extraordinary lightning-fast tools right at our fingertips. But to really understand why we need a hard reset, we have to look closely at the invisible architecture those current tools rely on.
And this brilliantly illustrates what we're talking about. Our current browsers are custom-built for a very specific, totally centralized world. It's a world completely governed by ICANN, top-level domains, external certificate authorities, those pesky monthly hosting bills, and endless domain renewal invoices. Literally everything you're used to seeing, from the address bar to that little security padlock you always check for, well, it's all designed around a model of centralization and recurring fees.
Which brings us to this fundamental, defining reality of the web we use today. To find something on the internet, you must ask DNS, and DNS is owned by someone else. Basically, whenever you type in a web address, you are asking a third party for directions. This absolute reliance on a centralized domain name system, that is the exact assumption Linkspreed intends to break.
And that leads us perfectly into part 2. Meet the bridge browser, natively speaking, Web4.
You see, when you try to just retrofit an old legacy browser to handle a decentralized internet, you usually end up with all these clunky workarounds and weird gateways. Linkspreed realized they needed a completely ground-up rethink, so let's define exactly what they're building for. Web4 is Linkspreed's vision of a decentralized, user-owned internet that goes way beyond the limits of Web3, with a massive focus on privacy, scalability, and interoperability. It uses a totally different addressing scheme, a different routing model, and a completely reinvented concept of digital identity.
And that right there is where Bridge comes in. Bridge is Linkspreed's answer to what a browser should actually look like when Web4 is the default standard, not just some niche exception for tech geeks. The headline capability here is absolutely huge. Bridge is the very first browser that natively resolves LNS, which is Linkspreed's own name service. There are no browser plugins required here, there are no middleman gateway sites, no centralized resolver sitting between you and your content. It is quite literally the bridge between the web we're stuck with today and the web Linkspreed is actively building.
Now, what's really interesting about this next section is part 3, how LNS changes everything, the infinite name service.
LNS is essentially the naming and resolution layer of Web4. It's the core engine that makes the Bridge browser so much more than just a novelty. Let's contrast this with what we use today, because honestly, this connects directly to your wallet and your personal digital rights. On the left side, traditional DNS relies entirely on a rental model. You just rent your domain from a registrar indefinitely. You constantly deal with middlemen and you pay recurring fees. But on the right, LNS completely flips this to absolute ownership. You hold outright ownership of your domain, your identity, and your personal data. No middlemen involved, no recurring registrar fees ever again. And it gets better, because the actual structure of the addresses changes too. Under LNS, that fixed menu of extensions, .com or .org, that completely disappears. Through Linkspreed's free TLDs research and development initiative, users can create absolutely any custom top-level domain they can possibly imagine. We're talking your own personal name, your brand, or, get this, even emojis. You could literally create custom domains for entire digital cities if you wanted to.
But okay, how does this actually work without centralized servers crashing? Well, LNS doesn't run over traditional DNS. Instead, it uses a peer-to-peer Web4 protocol. This turns a custom domain into a permanent, uncensorable cryptographic anchor, which is then directly tied to the owner's universal digital identity. But obviously, a peer-to-peer network still has to find where things actually are, right? To answer that, Web4 uses a dynamic routing engine called Helion. Helion manages all that peer-to-peer traffic so that a Web4 address resolves instantly and securely, entirely bypassing all those old centralized systems.
When you put all this underlying tech together,
Linkspreed is framing LNS as a direct head-on challenge to the legacy ICANN model, and they are targeting the end of 2026 for this massive free TLDs rollout. Another really important goal here is eliminating what they call the traditional success tax. If you've ever hosted a site, you know this one. It's that deeply frustrating penalty in the old model, where if you're a creator who suddenly goes viral and traffic explodes, you are instantly slammed with massive unexpected hosting fees. LNS aims to fix that.
Moving on to Part 4, rolling out Bridge Lite. Start small, grow deliberately.
Let's move to and see how this builds. You might naturally expect some everything-included mega browser to drop on day one, right? But Linkspreed knows a browser is really only as valuable as the network it can actually reach. So they're choosing a path of progressive disclosure. Step 1 is launching on Android with a light version, because let's face it, mobile is where the vast majority of the world's browsing happens anyway. So they're putting a focused working Web4 entry point right into people's hands today. Step 2 follows with desktop, starting with Windows support, and Step 3 will see Bridge expanding to further operating systems as the whole ecosystem matures. It's a very deliberate strategy to let the feature set grow in step with the network itself.
Part 5. The Wynix Hardware Vision. Beyond the browser to the OS and device.
Now, to really build a genuinely new internet, you can't just rely on standard generic devices. Hardware and software actually have to be designed in perfect harmony, with LNS resolution baked in at the deepest operating system level. Enter the Wynix hardware lineup. Wynix is Linkspreed's dedicated hardware brand, running on their own custom W4 OS. It starts out with the mass-market W4 Phone Gen 1, which is designed to be highly accessible and never exceed $200. Then, for the power users, there's the W4 Phone Gen 2, packing a massive 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. And looking beyond phones, they are planning a notebook called the W4 Book, alongside futuristic wearable tech like a smart ring and smart glasses.
So, the crucial point is, what are devices like the W4 Phone Gen 2 actually designed to do? Well, because of those crazy high specs and the native OS integration, this phone isn't just a basic client. It's explicitly designed to act as a personal server, sitting right there in your pocket. It'll literally be capable of self-hosting your own applications and, incredibly, even hosting your own private social networks.
The source material we're looking at summarizes this profound shift so beautifully. It says, a phone that is simultaneously a server and identity holder and an LNS resolver is not a client of the internet, it is a piece of it. When LNS lives at the hardware and OS level like that, the traditional line between just browsing Web4 and actually using your device, it entirely dissolves. You literally become part of the infrastructure.
And finally, Section 6, solving the last mile, making decentralization truly accessible.
Historically speaking, every single decentralization movement out there eventually hits this massive wall of clunky extensions and really complex gateways that keep it trapped as a hobbyist internet. Bridge is Linkspreed's ultimate strategy to tear down that exact wall. Releasing a light browser on Android might sound like a fairly modest first step, but honestly, it is the ultimate frictionless on-ramp. It takes Web4 from being this dry, overly technical specification and turns it into a simple address that you, the everyday user, can actually type right into a bar. It opens the door to an internet where your address is permanently yours and no annoying monthly invoices ever attached to it again.
The technology for a truly decentralized name service isn't just a pipe dream anymore, it's arriving. So the interesting question for all of us is no longer whether this kind of internet can actually work. The real question is, what will people build once the browser stops asking permission? I want you to just think about that for a second. If you fully own your piece of the internet with zero middlemen, what will you create? Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating shift with us in today's Explainer. Keep asking those big questions and keep exploring.